Hi folks, Job Lot Comics here, having a look at an old Bronze Age UK Marvel comic. This is the Avengers number 13. I had asked Alan, the comic book collector geek, about if he had any UK comic books, and he kind of misinterpreted the question, if I'm honest, and he decided to show some of his UK price variants, including a really tremendous Amazing Spider-Man number 9, I think, First Electro. And he wrote up, what I really meant was, did he have any of these kind of things? This is these UK black and white reprints of classic Marvel Silver Age comic books. And I thought he might have had some of these in his collection, yeah? But, you know, he didn't, well, I don't know if he didn't understand the question or if he thought, I know what he means price variance. Nah, I didn't. Alan, for crying out loud. Anyway, Stan Lee here, layouts by Jack Kirby, with the artwork by Dick Ayers. So, although Kirby did these layouts and stuff, yeah, you can see that it isn't his art. Some of it looks a bit, sort of, especially in black and white, looks like Kirby. But it's Dick Ayers that's doing the work. So, these are these UK black and white reprint comics that Marvel decided that they would branch out over into the UK, and they opened up a London office, and they had licensed a lot of their comics out to other printers. I think it was Audums, and they had been reprinting them in things like POW and stuff, and then Marvel thought, no, right, we're going to do our own thing. Is that Jim Steranko who drew this? So, yeah, They started off with Mighty World of Marvel, which was an anthology book with Spidey and Fantastic Four and Hulk and stuff, yeah. And then they went on to give Spider-Man his own book, which again was hugely popular. And then they went on to this, which was the Avengers, and it was again another hugely popular book. And Marvel UK did incredibly well back in the 70s and 80s. Over here, we weren't really used to seeing this kind of storytelling. We did have kind of superhero comics. In fact, Alan Moore did a whole thing about them in Albion with Leah Moore, and they sort of brought back some of those old kind of British superhero sci-fi things like Archie the Robot and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But really, it was when they released Mighty World of Marvel and Spider-Man Comics Weekly that things really took off. Look at this Ditko artwork in black and white. I love it. So, yeah, this was really kind of more what I was, you know, thinking about. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. I love Ditko's Doctor Strange stuff. It's just great, isn't it? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And these would come out every week, so it wasn't even like a monthly thing. It was weekly. You would pick these comics up just at your newsagents, because we didn't really have newsstands in Scotland back in the 70s. We just had sort of newsagents that was usually run by some grumpy old guy or some grumpy old woman who always thought you were trying to steal sweeties off them. But we weren't. We were just in to buy the comics. And there's an advert for that's Mighty World of Marvel, starring the Hulk, and then there's Spider-Man Comics Weekly. And, hey, we promised we'd try and make you rich, said the Thing. I don't know what he's advertising here, yeah? Some kind of Ponzi scheme. So, anyway, that's Avengers, Britain's greatest. Interesting. And it's number 13, with a great cover. Why have Thor, Giant Man, and Iron Man left the rights of the Avengers? I don't know. I can't remember. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at that. If you did, you might want to subscribe to this channel. If you do subscribe to this channel, it'll be greatly appreciated. And I might see if I can link this to Alan, the comic book collector geek, to see if he knows what I was talking about. Okay, thanks for watching, you lot. Please subscribe, hit the buttons. I'll see you tomorrow.